So, we're doing it. Justin, you know what we do.
Nope. I don't.
He said, I'm on.
Hey guys,
rock time.
welcome back to the Transformation Church Message Recap Podcast. That's right.
We did it.
We're back again.
We did it.
Back again.
Well, we're so glad you're here.
Yeah, where have you been?
We've been great. Yeah, Justin, where have you been? Tell us about this weekend. Justin was out of town, guys, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah.
4 weeks in a row.
I know.
I'm done for a while. I'm done. For a little bit.
For someone that loves to travel, that's a lot of travel.
It is, you know. This felt like it felt longer. We left Thursday, came back Monday morning. It just felt like it was like a 4 or 5 day trip,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of was, but it was like, I don't know.
But it felt like it.
We flew into D.C., and we hung out in D.C. on Thursday evening and night. And then most of Friday, we kind of like got up and walked around like D.C. We went and walked to the Lincoln Memorial and all that stuff. We went, the National Mall and went to the Smithsonian's. Oh, that's cool enough. Have you ever been to D.C.? Have y'all been? Mm-mm. It's spaced out pretty good. You are walking. You're walking.
So you got your
It's
steps
spaced out
in.
pretty good.
It's where you see like the Lincoln and they got the reflecting pool and then the Washington Monument. It looks like it's like right there. I mean, it is, but it's spaced out pretty good. Like it's,
Yeah.
So like where our hotel was a nice hotel in downtown. So we were about a 15-minute walk, to the White House. So we did that on Thursday. It was a little warm in D.C. We had a good restaurant on Thursday night that one of the cops or Secret Service or whatever recommended to us. It was like more of a, there were tourists there, obviously, but it was like you could tell it was a local spot. A lot of people in suits, which means they just got off work, happy hour type stuff, and the food it was good food, and
It's good.
And then like I said, Friday we did a lot of walking around. We're out, and then about 3:00 we picked up the rental car and then drove to Ocean City.
Got to see all the bands.
Which is
Gotta
about
see some bands.
it was about 3 hours away, but it took about 4.5 hours because of a wreck or something on the interstate. So it
Terrible.
took a while. So yeah, we got to Ocean City, and Tasha found a nice little one with Robbie and Tasha, and better said name just said Tasha's name.
Yeah. Good clarification.
Nice little cottage Airbnb that was like it wasn't on the island, the island of where the beach is. It was, on the thing. But yeah, we got in, ate dinner at the Green Turtle or something, Blue Turtle, some kind of something. And it
Sounds like an all organic oatmeal place that Tasha found. Is what it sounds
no,
like.
it was good. It was like a sports bar. Say like.
Okay, not what I was.
We ordered wings and nachos and stuff like that. Like a crab dip.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. All that to say, yeah, we went to the Boardwalk Rock Fest in Ocean City, Maryland.
Did you work out? Did you get any workouts in while you were there?
Not one.
Julie said you're going to hate coming back this week.
I go
this?
I go in the morning.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna tell Rome we almost need to start over, start small.
No,
Start
jump right
over.
back in.
Travel's been
No,
crazy,
I'm not.
bro.
I done lost muscle mass or something probably. I've been eating terrible. It's just hard,
It is.
No doubt.
Yeah, she said you're going to hate it.
So no, I didn't get to work out at all.
So, and then you went to a festival that a lot of bands were at. What was the top 3 bands you saw?
Def Leppard, of course.
Naturally.
Def Leppard, Shinedown, and Bush.
Nice. What were 3 other notable bands that people would know that
Oh, there's so
maybe they weren't
many.
your favorite?
Nickelback was headliner on Saturday night. You would know them. We also saw
Flyleaf.
Flyleaf. Who did we see on Saturday that we wanted to see? 3 Days Grace.
Oh,
I love
If you're into like that early 2000s era kind of rock, it was a lot of that. Some was
Like
older.
grunge.
Three Doors.
What's the band you call everyone? Breaking Benjamin?
Breaking
Benjamin.
Benjamin. I could listen to
Is that Breaking
grunge,
Benjamin?
early
Yeah, it's that
2000s
Breaking- every song.
grunge, 24/7.
Well, Three Doors Down. Three Doors Down was supposed to be there, but the guys got cancer. They canceled the tour.
Yeah,
I saw
that
that.
It's got
sucks.
cancer real bad.
Dang.
In fact, Shinedown did one of Three Doors Down's song. It was
Aw.
really cool. because it was kind of acoustic-y in a way. It was really cool. And then Alice in Chains was supposed to be there, and one of their guys has got health problems, so they've canceled their show. I was really looking forward to see Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
From the that's from the 90s. So I was kind of disappointed about them two not being there.
Can you imagine if you got there and like Def Leppard didn't
I'd
like
been-
they would like
I'd be asked for a refund. You know what I mean? But,
absolutely.
yeah, you know what I mean? It was that's why people are paying. There was 70,000 people there. It was like the crowd was unreal. I mean, for Shinedown, I was probably 400 yards from the stage, like a long way, maybe longer.
It's crazy. Good for
It
you.
was really good though. That's not my favorite thing to do stuff like that with big crowds. I probably won't do it again. You know, I would rather go watch a show that I could sit down if I wanted to. Like we were on our feet Saturday from 1 o'clock till 11. You're on your feet. They don't let you bring chairs in. There's no bleachers, and I mean it's just.
But you can bring a blanket and
out-
sit
you can
down,
bring
right?
yeah, who wants to do that?
At least you can sit down.
I mean, yeah, when we did that at one
Absolutely
point, but
not. That sounds terrible.
it was a lot of walking,
I'm paying extra for a good seat at a concert that I barely want to go to, let alone a concert that doesn't have seats.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's not. It's
I ain't cut out for that
Your
no
your
more.
part of it is just the experience of the whole thing. It's like, you know, and honestly, we were talking about how I was telling y'all earlier, but we were talking about it, me, Robbie, and Tasha, how well the thing was ran, and there was like plenty of bathrooms, plenty of vendors, like for drinks and food. Like it was. I didn't see one belligerent person.
Yeah.
Maybe they were there. With 70,000 people, my money says there was at least one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you didn't see nothing. I didn't see anyone getting arrested. I didn't see no one that was
Yeah.
overly drunk.
Most of the
anything.
people that were probably there for that show have responsibilities now. You
Yeah,
know,
it was like, was
that's
there
not-
young people there?
A lot of young people.
Really?
We were laughing in a way. It made me. There's hope for Gen Z when I saw this at the Def Leppard concert. The amount of younger people that were not just singing "Pour Some Sugar on Me" because everybody knows that, like that knew every song they played and were singing it. Like young, the amount of Def Leppard shirts in the whole crowd, the whole day. I was like, wow, there's a lot of
Yeah, it's
people
like
here for Def
retrending
Leppard.
now. It's like a thing.
Yeah,
Vintage.
Do you know a lot of those
Vintage.
bands that he talked about?
I know a couple. Like I know Def Leppard. My mom would listen to Def Leppard. She's been
Do you know
around, but
like
outside of that,
Bush and Shinedown?
no, I don't know any of those. Nickelback and Def Leppard.
Breaking Benjamin.
Then Breaking Benjamin.
So you're-
Bush was from the 90s and into 2000.
Yeah.
I saw Bush at the Bayfront Auditorium before they tore it down. Yeah.
That says a lot.
What's crazy is like how old some of these guys are now. Like we looked it up because like Gavin Rosdale come out for Bush. He looked good. Like his hair still kind of like he's always kind of had that long but not super
Yeah.
long, like slicked back long. And he come out in like a sleeveless shirt, you know, and like he has his tattoos and stuff. But like he looked like he's in shape. He was running. He jumped off the stage, and you know they have the barricades all the way down. So he didn't like jump into the crowd, but he jumped down to where the barricades were.
I saw videos of
where like
that.
security and all people are like in that area, and he was like jumping on top of the barricades, like high fiving people in the crowd and stuff. Like he was like
great.
he dude was moving around, and I was like, this dude, and he sounded phenomenal. And Robbie was like, what's his name? Robbie didn't know none of these bands.
Of course
Robbie was a good sport.
Yeah,
to
Robbie-
take his wife to this
Husbands take
where
notes
he
for
had to
that.
stay on his feet for 10 hours
Robbie
and
would have
not
preferred
know.
to be at the
He wanted to go to
Gaither Festival.
He wants to go to the gate. Yeah,
with
the
the Crab
Gaither
family and all of them.
Yeah, but he like looked him up like
Old country gospel.
I got
Stuff my dad listened to growing up.
yeah. Gavin Rosdale is 60. You know.
Oh, wow.
We're watching Def Leppard and like the dude. And so as the day goes on, the bands get better. Obviously, the better bands are later,
Yeah.
and each one Robbie like. The first band we saw was at the one stage that the sound was terrible. And Robbie was like, y'all like this? And we had to admit, like, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Like, the audio was bad.
Yeah.
Then we get to Bush, and I thought he might know some Bush, like, just know the songs. And he really didn't. He's like, I don't recognize these. He's like, but they're obviously better than what we just watched. Like,
Right.
this whole thing, he's better. He's more talented. The whole thing is better.
So funny to me.
Yeah.
dude. Robbie cracks me up. What's funny about Robbie? Go good.
No, I was gonna say he notices stuff like that too.
What's funny about Robbie is so like if something's not going as it should on Sundays, he's usually really close to me. He can see my face, and so he doesn't know. Like he's tone deaf, rhythmically challenged.
Oh yeah,
These are like for real. Like he doesn't
Self-proclaimed from
know
him.
pitched. He doesn't know pitch like variation. So he's tone deaf, rhythmically challenged, epitome of white Baptist. So he
That's crazy.
So so on Sundays, if something's off, or if he thinks something might be off, he'll look at me and look at my face. And if my face is like, if I have a face where like, we need to fix that, he'll be trying to figure out what it is that I'm thinking about. And he's like, look at me, look at stage, look at me, look at stage. Look at me.
Like, what could it be?
Yeah, he's like, what is it? What is it? And usually I'll tell him, he'll ask me after the service, what was it? What were we looking at? And I'll tell him, he's like, I didn't hear none of that. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, nonetheless, Robbie's so fun. And then,
Well, like during Def Leppard, like we got about halfway through, and he leans over and he was like, "This is night and day better than what we listened to earlier." They sounded so good, like the sound of it, the quality, even like musicianship. Because I told him, I said, Def Leppard, them guys are old. They're pushing, well, they're in their young 70s now, you know.
Jeez.
But he's like, those guys are in shape. They were running around like dudes shredding guitar solos and all this stuff.
but they've done that thing together
for 40 years. Yeah. So he was just like, but he you know, like they are night and day.
Yeah.
And I told him that musically, you will notice a difference. Like they're tight
100%.
as a band
That's
and all that. But it was just cool to see, you know, anytime you like something to have, you know, to have 60,000 other people singing along to it, to be in that crowd, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's dope. Well,
It was good. I'm glad to be home.
Justin, we did that. Nate left us too.
Yeah.
When did-
It was in South Carolina.
Visit family.
Visit some family.
Yeah. Man went on
Play
a
some
golf trip. Yeah. Man went on a golf trip in South Carolina.
Yeah. It's fun times. Fun times.
He'd be more excited about right now if he played better.
Yeah. Yeah. But I realized that, you know, even on a golf trip like that, of course, you don't play. At the end, I'm like, you know what? Instead of just trying to go low, just enjoy the moment.
Just have
Enjoy
fun.
the time with the people.
You're
enjoy
not
the
going
course.
pro, so like doesn't matter.
He does.
Don't tell
doesn't
him
know that
that.
for sure.
And enjoy
Yeah.
enjoy the course.
Oh, we know.
So,
You're not going pro, so just have fun when you do it.
You know what's hilarious is to that point is I was just saying to you earlier, I shot that 41,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I felt like I was on fire for that 41. Like
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
did. Like it was literally par, bogey,
He's like, I'm shooting the best game
bogey,
of my life.
par, bogey, par. Like it was pretty good golf for me. And shot a 41, got home, and Scotty Scheffler had just finished shooting like a 32
Yeah.
on the front nine or something.
Crazy.
And I was like, that is as good as I felt like I was playing like
Right.
incredible golf. You go home and I'm like, that's
crazy.
unbelievable. Like,
Crazy.
that's crazy how good he is. So, and all of them. And if you're on the PGA, you know, all of them can play that well. It's just that the top 7 guys play that well all the time. It's just
All the time.
It's unbelievable.
All the time.
So,
Well, the more I learn about golf too is like watching TikToks.
ooh,
You know, a lot of people don't play real
that
golf.
was mine and Nate's lessons. right
Y'all,
there.
a lot of people ain't playing real golf. You know, they're not following the rules on the course. That ball gets moved all kind of places. You're taking,
The old toe wedge.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
Nate Pope what you're
Yeah.
right now. Oh, you're full of it. Don't even start with me over there.
Bro, what you mean?
No, don't even. Adverse course conditions over here, Nate.
What you mean?
Nate's over here. Adverse
Oh
course
my
conditions.
gosh! I mean, there is something to that though. They're playing from Augusta National, and we're
I'm not
playing
talking- I'm
on
talking about-
Osceola Golf Course.
No, that's irrelevant. You can't. What I'm saying is, like, if there's rules to a game, especially if I start getting better, and I'm gonna be playing, you got to follow the rules. If the rules
Yeah.
say
No,
the
100%.
ball don't get moved, but we play and it's like everything's a gimme. It's like if you putt and the putt's this short, like that's a gimme. It's not. It was putt
Well,
was short.
technically,
Bro, oh
in
my
match play, it
gosh.
can be.
Yeah,
Technically.
yes,
If
they
it
do
doesn't
that in
go-
the pros in the Ryder
Yeah.
Cup. They do. They
In
do
match
the game.
In match
Yeah,
play,
in
but
match
when
play.
we in normal play,
Yeah.
if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. It don't count. There's no that.
Well, no, when we call it gimme, you still got to count that stroke.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like
Yeah.
moving the ball, you know, like what's that Asian guy on TikTok? Mickey. Y'all watch Mickey?
I know who you're talking about.
Dude's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, out of all the people I play golf with, me and Nate are probably the most the straightest players in regards to like.
And I wasn't saying y'all weren't.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not what I was
yeah, no,
implying.
I
I was saying in general,
I will say,
people like,
yeah.
oh, let's just.
If we hit one in the trees, unless it's like, there's no way this ball is getting through there. But like, if we hit it in the trees, we'll usually play out of them trees. Like
Absolutely.
people all the time are like, just tee up another one. I'm like,
No.
we're gonna figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
I'll take that double bogey at the end.
Yep.
Especially when we're trying, like
Just
for
not tell
you,
anyone.
trying to
No,
get
a bunch
better.
of my
Like
homies
you
are-
need to know your real score is
Yeah.
whatever, you know. And you're not going to get a real score if you don't
Yeah.
if you
You
do
don't
that.
play.
That's why I was glad someone was there for this 41, other than Eli.
Yeah.
So, that was so funny. I told that story the other Sunday. Eli was sitting on the front row.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh man, well,
I got my first golf lesson next Friday.
let's go. I'm glad you
That's
signed
good.
up. You're gonna need that.
Got 3 of them
This
Good
Friday,
for
next
you.
Friday.
next Friday.
What time?
Are you going to Cyprus?
Like 11.
You're not going to Marcus. Where are you
I'm
going?
going to Cyprus.
Cyprus.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I think it's 11, something like that. Next
I know
Friday.
4.
At Cyprus?
Oh, no, I'm at Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. I talked to him on the phone and I told him, I was like, do we need to do, he was like, are you working on anything specific? I'm like, dude, I'm a beginner. I was like, I don't have a lot of distance in my drives and I slice pretty regularly. He was like, yeah, let's do the 3 and then see how it goes. We need more. You can always do 3 more, So it's like, we'll kind of start there.
Perfect.
So yeah, that'll be good. I'd love to get, be able to improve a few little things here or there. If I
Absolutely.
can stop the slice, I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to drive 400
Hitting the ball
yards.
straight
and stuff,
is a good feeling. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. I
the
went
best
through a
feeling
6
outside
month.
of-
Was it 6 months? 4 months. How long was I slicing that ball? That
I would say 3 to
there
4.
was there was a 4 month period of time.
It's aggravating.
Oh, dude, he watched me throw that driver on more than a few occasions. Like
And then say, I need a new driver.
That's right.
I did, yeah.
That's
I did.
right. That's right.
Hey, listen, this one ain't
Hey.
nearly as bad. Never mind all the work we put in.
That's
Yeah, no, I that is a very frustrating thing to watch the ball and it's like,
What makes it not? That's why it's like I want to keep playing, but if you don't fix that, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just not.
well, and for me it was frustrating because I was hitting the ball well. And then it just happened. Like I went through like a 4-month slump where I couldn't get rid of it. And it was like
Yeah.
one thing if you start with a slice and you got to figure out how to get rid of it. It was like I didn't have one,
And
then
now-
all of a sudden I did, and I was like, I don't know what to do about this. And finally, with enough YouTube videos,
What? And I'm just not good at all with. I'm not good at all with the irons. Really, like so I need to the whole thing.
it's hard work, man. It's
Hard
know.
work.
you
So-
against you out there.
So yeah, I'm gonna take my lesson. I told Nate I was looking at golf clubs online.
That's what you really need. That's what me and Nate both believe. It's like as soon as I get those new clubs, it'll fix.
Oh,
it.
No,
yeah.
honestly, what thought got me thinking that I ended up on something reading reviews, something about beginner golf clubs or something, and then like there's like Reddit and all this, but even like the sticks brand I have like you buy online, they're what everyone says is they're just marketed really well. Like they market is like skip the middleman, but they're cheap clubs that you can get just as good for less money than what you're going to spend for sticks. They're super cheap clubs that have been marketed well, so they get a premium price.
Gotcha.
Because you're skipping the middleman, quote unquote.
I think you should just wait until you hit in the 90s before you get new clubs.
And that could very well be. I'm not saying I'm getting new clubs. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like,
But why not look at them? You know.
why I look at it.
Yeah, I hear that. Me and Nate got club fitting coming up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Excited for that.
But
Why
yeah.
not, right? Why not?
This past weekend was good.
Sunday.
We this Sunday, neither one of you were here for
Yeah,
it.
how
I was
was it?
absent.
How
It
was
was,
it?
it was good. We celebrated
good.
Sunday. We got to celebrate.
Imagine
Oh yeah,
Imagine.
I saw the video.
That was great. Cool to
it's over.
be.
It is over.
With that.
We did it.
We did it, and so yeah, now we're and we the sermon shedding the weight of complacency.
Complacency.
That's what we talked about on Sunday.
They use-
Got another TikTok trending viral right now. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys
yeah?
have seen it, but
We do?
I don't know where we're at.
I don't have
I
TikTok.
haven't
So.
checked it in a day.
Oh,
and
you
a half
deleted
or
it?
something.
Which one are
Yeah, I
we?
deleted
Oh.
a long. Oh,
It's one that I.
He looked at it. No. That
your
was,
reaction was wild.
That's way down there.
It was one that got posted. It got posted Saturday. It's at 61,000 views right
Oh,
now.
wow.
4,300 likes. So that's trending right now. It's the one from a couple sermons ago where I was talking about. It's from the Doubt sermon. So not
Gotcha.
just last Sunday, was one before. It was when I was telling my story about when I was struggling, felt like I couldn't pray. I started thanking God for
Yeah.
actually gratitude and all that stuff. And so it's that kind
So
of little clip.
I'm
But
throwing my hands.
popping off on TikTok. So
Crazy.
it's good. So we did Doubt 2 weeks ago, Complacency this past Sunday. And a little spoiler alert, just dropping a little nugget on you. This Sunday is shedding the weight of fear and anxiety. So
Fear and anxiety.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So come out and be part of it. And stick around
Have you seen that
after we're done with this because you'll hear
TikTok
we've got some
Yeah. How do you know?
the actual message
No,
recap portion edition of the Message Recap podcast comes after our shenanigans that we saw a little bit more of here today. So we're excited. But Sunday was good, man. Worship was good.
We had 21 first-time guests that filled out a card.
And 14 people made a decision for Jesus that filled out a card. So
huge.
Well, that was like a yawn, but like
Yeah.
It was a good time, good Sunday, and now we're cruising this week, man. Mm-hmm. We're excited. So, getting ready for another great Sunday. So, Ash, you got a game for us?
I was just looking for our boards.
Walked away with our boards. Listen,
You know what's so bad about traveling? Now I feel like today I have like catch up to do, but like I gotta go to the store. I don't have nothing at the house. I need to wash clothes. Yeah,
Lee
all
and I
that
went grocery
stuff.
shopping last night.
It's annoying, you know.
Yeah. Marcus, good? I feel that.
All right.
You got good markers, everyone?
Yeah. Oh no, Mark is dead.
What are we playing here?
Ooh, that.
So,
Good.
since we have
This one's
graduation
dead, too.
Sunday coming up,
Is there another marker?
how was that too?
No, those only two I have.
These two are dead.
Lick it.
Yeah. they're
Put
dead.
some moisture on. Just
There's
do,
probably a dry
tap it-
erase.
tap
There's
it
a
to your
dry erase
tongue.
marker somewhere.
Is there one in there?
There's probably one.
that
That's dry erase.
No, that's permanent. It looks dry erase. I almost wrote on one of the
Hold
whiteboards.
tap it to your tongue.
No.
Literally.
Nate doesn't
Are you
lick
serious?
his fingers while he's
Yes.
eating chicken wings. You really think he's going to lick that
It
marker?
needs a little moisture.
You just lick markers?
I didn't say lick it. Tap your tongue with it.
Here you go. Try this one.
Why'd you throw it?
I tossed it to you.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
All right. Since it's
yeah, it's a
graduation
little bit.
Sunday coming up, right? And everybody's
Sundays.
graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do we
How
got?
long has it been? We talked about this a little earlier. Since you've graduated?
I don't need to write it?
No, we're just
Oh.
before we start.
10 years.
10 years.
23.
Years.
20 years. This is
22.
our 20 year.
22.
22.
Hey!
So in honor of it being that long and it being graduation Sunday coming up soon, we're gonna play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Oh!
Okay.
That was a
All
great
right.
shot. That was a good shot.
So we have categories and we're gonna go in order. We'll start with Justin, and then you're gonna pick a category. I'm gonna say the question. You write down your answer, and then we'll reveal.
How do we know these are really fifth grade questions?
Well,
They pulled this
That's what it
content
says.
from elementary school books.
yeah. I mean,
Allegedly.
Oh, you got it from a
Allegedly.
place that claims that they're
Yeah,
fifth grade questions.
yeah.
Oh, that's all I'm asking.
And the Are You
Now,
Smarter
Don't
Than
be
Fifth
throwing
Grade?
in a sixth grader when you're over here. You know, I'm just trying to. I don't mind being smarter than a.
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep track of your points in like the top corner.
Okay.
All right, Justin. We got history, geography, math, animals, and science.
Geography.
Oh, I was going to pick geography too.
All right. What is the capital? Okay, some of these are gonna be like, oh my god, that's so easy. Some of them
Okay.
might be a little bit harder.
It's all right.
What is the capital of the United States?
Hey, Washington D.C.
You write it down.
You were asking me.
Wait, are we all writing it down?
Yes, you all write down the answer,
Oh.
and then we will reveal.
Oh.
No, did you have it down before he said that?
I didn't, but I knew it.
well,
I'm not stupid.
I don't know.
Well,
DC.
Okay, so write down a point.
So
All
do
right.
we all get a point?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
keep doing geography.
We're just gonna go in order. Everybody gets a chance to pick a category.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Brad,
I forgot the
history, geography, math, animals, science.
math.
Dang it.
Math. What is the square root of 81?
Easy.
Reveal. 9. Good job. I was really hoping Nate missed that.
Yo.
All right, Nate. History, geography, math, animals, science.
Geography.
Come on.
That's my favorite.
How many continents are there?
Y'all don't just know that?
Yeah. Wait.
Brad's face
Why
when
is
I
he-
said that because he couldn't think of the answer. Okay.
I think I'm right, anyways.
No, there's 7.
I did not know.
You don't know geography?
It's
No.
North America, South America, Europe, and Asia too. Africa, Australia, Antarctica. Woo!
That's right.
Well, I was not in that class.
How do you not know geography?
I do know some
You
of
say
it.
that now, there might be a question coming up that you don't know.
Nah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
History, geography, math, animals, science.
History.
Who discovered electricity?
Oh, whoa. Wait.
I'm putting the wrong guy.
Me too. I think so. Hold on. Yep, I think so. Wait. Oh, it's between two people. It's between two people.
I think I'm wrong. I might be wrong.
I might be too, but
I put one person, but I'm gonna switch it to another.
I'm curious who you put first.
Who'd you say? Benjamin Franklin.
Is it? I did put Benjamin Franklin first.
What'd you
had Benjamin
you put
Franklin.
Thomas Edison?
Yeah.
with a light bulb.
Dang it! I had Benjamin
I
Franklin
put
first.
I started writing Alexander Graham Bell.
That was a telephone.
That was the phone.
Oh, I don't even know who that is. Dang it!
Somehow Justin's in the lead right now.
Dang it!
Make sure
I
you-
put Ben. I
Make
should
sure
have
you
won
keep
my
track of
gut.
your points.
Bless you. Should have won with my gut.
All right, Brad.
Math.
Okay. You might have to write down some stuff. What is the perimeter of a rectangle with the length of 5 and the width of 3? What is the perimeter if the length is 5 and the width is 3? You good, Nate?
Trying to remember how you do perimeter. I guess.
All right. Got it?
I don't think this is right.
All right. What y'all got? 16, 16. Good job. 16.
I didn't know if it was 5 times
drew a
3.
rectangle?
Yeah. I had to look at
Sorry,
it,
I
right?
shouldn't have laughed at you like that.
Why is that funny?
You gotta look at
Why
it
is that
sometimes.
crazy?
You gotta look at it
That's so
sometimes.
messed up.
I just created a formula in my head. I don't know.
No.
You gotta look at it sometimes, you know.
I almost did 5 times 3 because I thought that was like the equation on how to do the perimeter or whatever.
All right.
But,
What you want?
but I think, that must be area or something.
Pick a category, yeah.
I'm going to do science.
Science. What is the largest bone in the human body?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I think. Oh, God.
Don't second guess yourself.
Okay.
All right. What is it?
Femur.
Femur.
What?
Fibula? I don't know. Isn't that a
I
bone?
thought it said tibbuk.
So did I.
Looks like a K.
Tibula?
No, it's not tibula.
No, it's a femur.
Dang it. I didn't know that. How's that science?
I'm dominating this.
Right.
That's
What
not
you want?
science. That's
Geography.
like,
That is science.
no. That's
Geography.
That's anatomy.
Which is science.
I know.
What is the
I'm
longest?
gonna be like, that's fair.
Yeah.
What is the longest river in the world?
Ooh.
All right.
Wait.
I might be wrong.
I think I'm wrong.
I think I'm wrong.
There's really 2 good options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do y'all say?
Amazon.
Amazon.
No, the Nile.
Nile.
Right?
I almost put the Nile.
Nile.
Dang it.
For some reason, Euphrates came to my mind.
Well, the Tigris and the Euphrates come together as the Nile.
Oh, look at you.
Is that really true?
Yes, it's
I
true.
was good, bro. You could have. Yeah, I would have not.
All right, Brad, you want math?
I don't know if
Lied
that's
to me.
That's true.
the Nile runs south to
Sure.
north too.
Let's do
Yeah,
some
the
math
Tigris and
here.
Euphrates joined together to create the Nile River.
Challenge.
Look it up.
All right. Solve this equation for y. Okay? Write this down. 3y equals 27. What is y?
Oh, that's easy.
Okay.
And if you don't put it right, you don't get the right answer.
Oh, you can kiss my foot.
All right. What is it? Is that a 9 or a 7?
9.
No, that's a 7.
It's a 9.
Right.
It's 9.
Look, you can tell.
He didn't put y equals.
Justin just
You're
got terrible
wrong. He didn't
handwriting.
put y equals.
Well, you got it wrong, didn't you?
I put y equals 9.
Yeah, he's right.
I showed the work.
All right, Nate, what do you want?
We'll do animals.
Animals.
What is a group of fish called?
Come on.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think all of them are called this, but
Hold
I
on.
think most of them.
Yeah,
But,
a group of fish.
yeah, okay.
But like,
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Oh, Oh, no, that's dolphins. This isn't dolphins, right? This is fish.
Yeah.
Dolphins are mammals.
5, 4,
This is so easy.
3.
Right.
All right. What is it? A school
School.
of fish.
A squad.
Squad.
Squat up.
Hey, you can't spell it like that. That's wrong.
He's SKO. I don't know why I didn't think of
Alright,
that.
Justin.
I put a pod.
Geography.
Geography. In what state is the Grand Canyon located?
Oh my gosh.
Some of y'all think they're so easy, and then to look at the rest of y'all, and your face is like,
Bruh.
just pick a state. Yeah.
All
All right.
Nevada. What'd you put?
Nope, it's Arizona.
Arizona, baby.
What?
Nevada.
Yeah, it's Arizona. Arizona.
All right, Brad.
Hold on, I'm over here tying Justin.
What's your scores?
Yeah, who's in lead?
Me and Justin are tied.
I guess when you're in Vegas, you travel to Arizona.
Yeah.
Me and Justin
Don't
are
they go
tied at
through-
9. Nate, you have 7.
I have 6, but okay.
Are you keeping track for everybody?
I have 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I have
Yeah.
7.
I don't know.
That must
All right,
mean y'all
Brad,
are
pick
making your
one.
numbers up.
Math.
All right, write this down. 0.45 plus 0.77. What is that?
Oh man, these are too easy.
Dude.
It's 5th grade.
Huh?
Dude.
It's 5th grade. It's easy for you because
Oh yeah.
some people
I'm
might
trying
not.
to win though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there might be some.
I got it.
All right, what do you got?
1.22.
1.22.
Yep. Good job. All right, Nate, pick the next one. We gotta
What
hurry.
are the
History, geography, math, animal science.
I'm gonna do history.
What are we playing to?
There's only a few more.
Okay.
I'm gonna do history.
History. What was the main cause of the American Revolution? These are too easy.
The American Revolution, like
Yeah.
Revolutionary War.
American Revolution. He's got it. What was the main cause of the American Revolution? All right. Wait, what do you have first?
Taxing from Britain.
Independence from Britain.
Patriarchy.
What?
Taxation without representation.
Yes. Hey, I have
Independence
taxation
from Britain.
Yeah.
That's
was
not
the-
the answer we were looking for,
What was
though.
the patriarch?
That's right.
That's not the answer we were looking for, though.
All right. If there was one answer out of all of ours that would be closest to
What
is
day do
right.
we celebrate the American Revolution? Independence Day.
Yeah.
The independence from.
I had taxation.
Independence.
But that's not right.
patriarchy.
You don't have a taxation without representation.
I put taxing
If
from
mine's-
Britain.
If mine's wrong, that's wrong.
Same.
I'll give you all a point. You all get a point. Okay.
Patriarchy.
So none of us get a point.
All right.
Patriarchy.
All
That's
right.
wild.
Do another one.
All right.
Do another
Not
history.
wrong,
All right. What year did World War II begin?
Oh, 19. Oh, sorry.
Thought somebody might say 18.
1900s.
I think I'm off on the year.
If y'all don't get it, person who was closest gets the point.
All right.
All right.
42.
36.
39.
Literally in the
Oh.
middle. Price is Right rules. Y'all went over.
Yeah. Brad gets a point.
39. That's
1939.
whenever. What's his name?
I guess we got bombed Pearl Harbor in 42, but the war
Yeah,
already
that
started.
must be-
We weren't in the
Yeah.
war yet, but the war had started.
Yeah. That was like the Austria guy. Got
That was
murdered.
World War One, buddy.
Oh. Okay.
What was the name of the famous ancient Greek poet who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey?
That's a 5th grade question?
Yeah.
That's bananas.
Poet?
Yeah.
Got it.
Hold on.
This is easy.
Hold on.
Classics reads, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The Iliad and the Odyssey?
Nate's never heard those words in his life.
I've heard of
All right.
them.
I think I'm ready. I don't know if I'm right.
Wait,
I'm ready.
hold on.
All right, go. Beethoven.
He was a composer.
No, I know.
Homer.
I knew I was
I
wrong.
said Edgar,
Homer.
It was Homer,
I
right?
said Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven or something, right?
All right, this is the last question. The last question.
There's a class
'cause-
I didn't go to. It was definitely
Oh,
English.
yeah, absolutely.
Y'all need to read the Iliad. And the
Last
Odyssey.
question because John's waiting. All right. This question has 4 answers. Whoever gets the most, you get 1
Okay.
point for everyone. You
Okay.
get.
Like
Okay.
it.
Who
All
was
right.
on Mount Rushmore?
Who what?
Who was on Mount Rushmore? You get 1 point for each one you get.
Whew.
Need some music. All right, you got 10 seconds.
What?
10, 9,
I'm not sure about the third one I wrote,
7.
but
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
George
It is-
Washington,
George Washington.
Hold on. George Washington,
Abraham Lincoln,
Abraham Lincoln,
Yep.
Thomas Jefferson,
Thomas Jefferson,
Yeah.
Lyndon B.
James.
Johnson,
Oh.
I put George Washington, John Adams.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. I
I
got
put
3.
LBJ.
So you both got 3?
Yeah.
All right, so-
How many did you
You
get?
both got a point? 1.
They get 1 point for each.
Did you get George Washington?
Yeah.
Hey.
Put 3 for me.
Yeah,
All
put
right, so how
3
many,
for me.
who won?
I think I came up with
I
12.
don't think Justin missed any.
I did.
Oh, he missed a couple.
Justin won.
Yeah.
What was the score?
Justin got 14 points. I got 12 points, and Nate got 11.
I had 12 points.
job.
Did you take away that 1 point I said?
I'm smart. So am I smarter than a 5th grader?
You are. Well, for the most
Depends on
part.
the 5th grader. Right?
Yeah. Good job.
All right, we're getting off here. As always, so glad that you joined us. If you're still
Great
with us
time.
for such a
Time as
good
this.
time, such a time as this. Justin, where can they find information about our church?
The interwebs, transformationchurch.com. Or on all the social at Transformation School. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, comment,
We should make a jingle.
click the bell.
Do all the above. Yep. And so now we're going to jump over. We're going to drop a little bit of knowledge on you on
Ooh.
some ways that you can conquer your complacency.
Yeah, Nate, pay attention. See ya.
Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Message Recap Podcast and the portion of the Message Recap Podcast where we recap the message. And so coming back to you with some helpful tips from this past Sunday. This past Sunday, we talked about complacency, shedding the weight of complacency in our lives. And on Sunday, again, you can go check out the message on YouTube or on the podcast. But we talked about the fact that complacency is the fight to maintain the current state in our lives. We love control. And so it's hard to relent to God, the control of our lives, to have the spiritual maturity to trust Him in the deeper waters of our lives and where He's going to take us. That's a struggle for most of us, if we're all being honest. And so complacency sets in when we don't move forward. Well, moving forward requires us to trust God. So when we don't trust God, we become complacent. That's how those things are connected. How do we conquer that complacency? Well, we talked about a few things on Sunday, but we as we jump into shedding the weight of complacency today, to give you some practical steps, I want to give you 3 things that you can do to help conquer that complacency that are a little more practical. And again, as per usual, all of these things assume that you're already doing the basic Christian principles of the faith, right? So they automatically assume that we're reading our Bibles, that we're in our Word. They automatically assume that we're taking times to worship God fully. They automatically assume that we have a healthy prayer life. So in addition to those things, we're going to take them a bit further. And the first thing that we're going to do as we conquer complacency is we're going to look around. I want to encourage you to look around, and not literally whatever room you're sitting in right now, but more so having an awareness of the world around us, right? I want to encourage you. The world is hurting. It's hurting. And the more we see people the way God sees people, the more inclined we are to realize that we are the ones that God aims to use to reach them. Look around at the world around you. Every waitress you're in front of, every clerk at the gas pump every person that's there when you're buying a Mountain Dew or whatever it is. Listen, these are people around us that God has put you in their path and them in your path. To reach them. And so having an acute level of awareness that when we're complacent, we're just living our lives for us. But when we're fully surrendered to God, every person is a ministry opportunity. I'm going to say that again. When we're fully surrendered to God, every person is a ministry opportunity. And so God's got them in your path for a reason. So look around is one of the first steps to conquering complacency, because we become aware of what's around us. The second thing is to focus on transcendence. Now, I know that's a big word. Some of you may not use it very often. Focus on transcendence, meaning focus on living a life that goes beyond this life. All right. So we want to focus on living beyond our own needs. And if you didn't know, there's something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs has established that there were originally 4, now there's 5 things, I believe, that every person has in their life. These are needs we have to survive and thrive. I'm going to list them off very quickly for you. The first one is a safety needs, and that's related to security, stability, protection from the world or from harm, freedom from fear. We have safety needs. The second thing is a longing and belonging needs. So that encompasses the need for social connections. We want relationships and friendships and all of those things. So we need to have safety. We need to have belonging. The next one is esteem needs, right? And this is the need for respect and recognition, the attaboys, the congratulations. We all have a need to be appreciated for what it is we're doing. And then the one I want to bring to you is what they call the self-actualization needs. And this one did not exist for a long time, but they discovered that to truly thrive in your life, there is a need that your life would matter more than just what happens in your life. There's a need that transcends beyond the current moment, and it goes into the rest of the world. That when you're no longer here, your life counted for so much that people still remember you, and you left an impact on the world around you. And so we need to focus on transcendence, a life that transcends just the 80 or 90 or 60 or however many years we're here, and let's live a life that counts for something. And then the last thing I'll tell you, as we're going to talk about conquering complacency in your life, and that's the third one, is do the uncomfortable thing. Do the uncomfortable thing. Listen, you'll never face your complacency and do the hard thing to become great for God or others if you're not even willing to do the uncomfortable thing for yourself. In other words, you're not going to get uncomfortable to help reach that lost person. You're not even going to get uncomfortable to do the next thing for God if you're not even willing to do it for yourself. And so one of the greatest things that I had to tackle in my own life, honestly, it wasn't a severe loss. It wasn't the struggle through parts of my faith. The hardest thing I ever have done in my life was tackling my physical health. Which is crazy, because if you know my story, me and my wife have been through a lot. My family's been through a lot. The hardest thing in my life, the most uncomfortable thing that I've ever done in my life, had nothing to do with what most people would consider to be the hardest things in my life. The most uncomfortable thing I've ever done was tackle my physical health. And 2 years ago, God put me on a challenge to do it. And have I done it as fast as I had hoped? No. Am I as far as I would like to be right now? No. But I am 85 pounds down from the heaviest that I ever was. And I'm on a trajectory to get there, because every day I wake up and I do the uncomfortable thing. I choose to eat healthier. I choose to go to the gym 4 times a week. I choose to do all those things. I don't want to. I don't like to. Half the time, I hate to. I would rather eat a cheesy pepperoni pizza than something that tastes kind of like cardboard sometimes. But here we are. Why? I'm doing the uncomfortable thing because it's really easy to get complacent and comfortable living a life that was slowly destroying me than to make the conscious decision to take control of my life. And for you, it may be something completely different. That's just what it was for me. But I want to encourage you, do the uncomfortable thing, because when we do the uncomfortable thing, we become conditioned to realizing that we are better when we're not complacent. And so I would encourage you, conquer your complacency. Maybe some of those things will help. All right, guys. Hey, listen, we love you. We'll catch you guys next week for another message on the Message Recap podcast.